Welcome back. This is week 4 in my half marathon training vlog. Thanks for joining me. To quickly recap in about 30 seconds, here it goes. I started running about 2 years ago. I'm very slow. I've never been athletic. I'm trying real hard to train for this half marathon. It's uphill and very difficult course on Thanksgiving, and this is week 4 out of 8, and I've been tracking my progress, and here we are. I think that was less than 30 seconds. Okay. Today it was 15 miles. That was the task at hand. That's a really long way, and it's the longest distance that I've ever had to go. And I did it. I did it, and 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 it was so good. It felt amazing. I was really nervous, honestly, to do it. I had dreams about running all night last night, and I was anxious before I started, and I was so worried, and it honestly was such a great run. Oh, it was so good. And so I mapped my course last night because you know how hard it is to map a loop that is 15 miles and not, get stuck in the wilderness. It's hard, and 15 miles is a really long way. So I mapped out my progress or my plan last night, and I set out today to do it. I started it about 9 o'clock. It took me exactly 2 hours and 34 minutes to run it. That's such a long time. Oh my gosh, 2.5 hours of running. Oh, but my pace was 10:18, which is crazy because like I've mentioned in other videos, I'm a pretty darn slow runner. I've never even hit 8-minute mile. I can't yet. Can't yet. And so to hit 10:20 pace, which is very faster than my norm or has been my norm, solidly, comfortably for all 15 miles. I didn't even barely hit red zone for my heart rate. I just felt so good, and I can't even, it's just blowing my mind. So that was the longest that I've ever run. Sorry, Grandma, for my lack of modesty. I did take off my run top about 3 miles in, and I just ran in my sports bra because it was only 45 degrees outside, but I run so hot, and so doing that helped for sure to keep my temperature down, keep me feeling good. So I didn't flash anybody, I swear, but it had to be done. Yes. Okay, that's all I can say for today. Honestly, it is just so amazing to do the things you thought you never could do. And at this point, props, shout out really quick to my husband. He actually is the best ever. He didn't have school today to teach, so I asked him, and he lovingly agreed to drive and meet me about a third of the way through, halfway through. And he pulled up in his truck and ran with me for a second, gave me a sip of water, and gave me a tiny little woohoo. And so that was so nice of him. And then I just ate a little run chew every mile, which is a nice little oh, it's already been a mile, I can eat another little sweet treat, and that helps keep my energy levels up. And yeah, if you think you can't do something, just realize you can't do it right now. You can. You just have to build up to it, do what you can do what you can do well. And I just am so excited. Oh, and one more thing. Yeah, I showed in my last week's vlog that what did I show? Oh, that my performance score has been solid. I have a Garmin running watch, which I adore, and it has a lot of really cool stuff in it. And one of those things is to help you maintain a good amount of effort, you're increasing and you're not hurting yourself, but you're actually making positive gains, which I can tell that I am. The other thing that I'm actually improving on is my VO2 max score, and I'm honestly not exactly sure what it is. I looked it up, and it has something to do with your breathing and heart rate and cardiovascular health and stuff, but whatever. I've always been in just the okay range. Honestly, my heart rate and stuff has not been great. And I've mentioned, I can tell that I'm getting stronger and fitter and whatever because my heart rate has been so much lower. I can run faster and farther and still stay in that comfortable conversation area. And my VO2 score is increasing too. So I finally I'm now in the excellent range. Look at that, excellent. And so this little graph has shown that ever since I've started doing this, I'm on the upward climb, and I'm so excited to keep climbing and keep getting better. I got a pedicure yesterday to prepare for this with my mumsy, and boy, my feet need a second little massage today because they're gonna have some blisters. Thank you so much for watching. That was my long run today, and tomorrow is a rest day. Thank God. Here we go. Hilly half marathon. I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna feel great. It's just, this training plan is so good. Now the washer's on, so sorry about the noise, but I also forgot to mention that I got pooped on by a bird today. I was like, I don't know, some levels of miles in, like 3 miles or whatever. I just taken off my run top and it full on like splattered all over my arm. So of course my first instinct is to like rub it off. But then I realized I like eat my chews with my hands. So I literally like rubbed it off and then spit on my hands and tried to like rub them on my hands. And I feel like I was just like a survivor chick in the wilderness, okay? Well, what can I say? Every run is just going real well. I thought that this would honestly be probably more interesting. Like, I don't know, I imagined I would have some struggles and some runs that I couldn't finish, and like I don't know, I expected this to be harder in a weird way, and so I guess it's not as interesting as I maybe planned because it's just going too well, which is a great problem to have. Today was 7 miles on my run, and it was a hill run, so I changed up the course that I had been doing, which was 6 miles. In order to make the loop, it actually ended up being 7.3, so I added another third of a mile just by default by my course or whatever. Still, my pace it was only 10:14 for my average, which is like hallelujah levels of good, and it still felt so great. I didn't even hardly touch red zone again. I honestly could have like maintained a conversation the whole way through. My audiobook is very close to over. I have like 40 minutes left and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not really sure how it's gonna wrap up. I think it could have honestly ended like an hour ago, but we'll see if the ending is worth it to stick around. But it was just like, it was so good. And so I just want to like encourage you, if you're watching, no one's gonna watch this. Like, if there's something you think is just impossible to do, just make sure that you have a plan that progressively gets you there, because I did not think that I could ever run 15 miles. I did not ever think that I could have a conversational pace, fun, easy run up 700 feet in elevation climb. I never thought that I could even like consider running a marathon in the future, and at this point of how well this is going, I think that next year might be my first marathon year, and I never thought that was possible. But you know, little steps, little progress, just taking it like one day at a time. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, and just really celebrating those tiny little victories. I'm honestly just like, I'm so excited. I'm having such a great time doing this, and so thank you for watching and carrying it all and being supportive or not. Don't really care, still enjoying it, and it's still great. The only notable thing on this was that to add that extra mile and a third, I had to pick a little like neighborhood loop up at the top of my path, which I honestly thought that once I got to the top of the hill, I would just stay at the top of the hill, and that this mile was gonna be like pretty flat elevation because it's hard to tell until I go out and do it. And turns out, no, I added an entire another hill in my course that was very, very steep. So that was not ideal, but it was extra practice and it was extra goodness, and I definitely got a lot of up and down out of this course. That was a lot of elevation change. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a great way to start my morning. I hope that if you haven't gone running yet, or walking, or kickboxing, or I don't know what other things people do, jump roping, trampolining, gymnasticsing, basketballing, footballing, whatever you're gonna do, go out and get moving. It just will make you feel so much better. And even if you are like me and I was really sore and I wasn't sure I really wanted to do it, I was kind of short on time and I thought, I should just, skip it or shorten it or whatever. And I was like, you know what? You can do this and you will feel so much better when you're done. And spoiler alert, I do. So if you haven't gone running yet, go run. Today has been a day of excuses. It's currently 2 o'clock and I still haven't gone for a run, and it's just been one thing after another that I haven't gone yet. I've been really sore, like so sore and so tired. And this morning I had a bunch of work to do, so I wanted to make sure I got all my work done first before I went for a run. And then I was so hungry, and then I had to eat lunch, and then I'm like, well, now I have to wait until my stomach settles down, so I had to go rake the leaves, and now I have a giant blister on my hand, and it's just like one thing after another. So now I'm going. There's no excuses. I downloaded a new audiobook because I finished my other one. The blister on my hand has nothing to do with my run, and it's been a couple hours since I ate lunch, so I think I'm okay, and I've got to go. I've got to go do this. It'll be fine. Why am I so worried about 4 miles? Honestly, what was I so worried about? That was so nice. It's such a beautiful day outside, and I started at a really conservative pace. Let me look. Okay, by really conservative, I guess I mean 10 minute pace, like 10 minutes and 10 second per mile pace. That's what that means. And then as I felt real good, I just continued to slowly speed up. And then once I got toward the end, I was looking at like 9:15, 9-minute mile straight up. Like I just kept riding the wave, and my heart rate was super chill. My audiobook is only mildly interesting to get started, but I'll give it some more time. I think it'll be okay. And overall, it was just an easy breezy 4-mile run. I don't know why I was so worried about that, but it was good. So tomorrow it has a little bit longer. It's about 6 miles, I think, and the gym, which I'm already real sore. I don't know how I'll do, but yeah, if you haven't gone running yet, go run. New backdrop. I have been using a cloth sheet for my backdrop, and that's been working for a long time. And I just honestly made it myself with like scrap fabric, not scrap, but the end of the roll of fabric from our local fabric shop, and I just kind of made it work, and it wasn't my favorite, and so I finally got a new paper backdrop, which looks like so sleek and cool, and I'm so excited about it. So I had to rearrange this room a little bit. So anyway, at the run itself was pretty terrible. Honestly, like I deserve this after talking such a big talk about how great everything is and how easy it is, and I just did not enjoy it. First of all, I am not caring at all about this audiobook. I think I just might give up. Like, it's me. I mean, I hate giving up on things because, especially books, because it's like, it's probably gonna get better, and I don't want to like waste my Audible credit just to like give up on a book early on because I couldn't like stick with it through the exposition, but I currently do not care about anything that these people are doing, and so that was really boring. Thing number 2, I have no excuses. It just wasn't fun. It was 6 miles today, and it was not fun. That's like all I can say. My knee hurt, and then that stopped, and then my other knee hurt, and then that was fine, and then my ankle hurt, and then it was windy, and then I was tired and bored, and the chicken farm smelled, and it's just like ready for it to be over, which it is. I finished it. It was fine. I did it, whatever, but yeah, not great. And this morning I went to the gym. So I picked one of my little note cards to get my full body workout, and I went to the gym. I didn't really get much footage because, again, it's really weird to film and there's nowhere to, and it's, yeah, I don't want to be that person. So I got that all done, took a little break to go with my mom to run an errand, and then went for my run this afternoon. And I'm just, yeah, rest day tomorrow will be much appreciated for sure. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Not too much going on. And I love this background. It looks so cool. So comment below if you like the look of this, because I think it's pretty snazzy. And I just got my new camera lens in the mail that I'm so excited about. It was definitely a little bit of a splurge purchase, but I wanted it, so I got it. It's the Canon zoom lens EFS 10 to 18 millimeter. I had 18 to 55, I think previously, that came with my camera bundle purchase that I got 2 years ago on Black Friday, I think it's been 2 years. So this one has a little bit of a like wider lens. It can be closer up. It's more for like vlogging, which I cannot do with my current lens. It's just, you can't physically reach your arm that far to not, you know, get too close to your face. And so very excited about this new lens. It's like just something else to play around with. And I also got a Rode video mic, which I've never had an external mic before. I've just used what it is and then done some very simple editing in Adobe Audition to get things like, you know, background noise and fans and whatever to go a little bit away and sound a little cleaner. So I'm hoping I'll have to do less of that work with this Rode video mic. And today is just a good like tech day. I got this set up last night. I just got the new lens. I got the new video microphone, that's what it's called. And then I also got this mini tripod because I currently just have a large tripod and my tiny one is a pain in the butt. So I'm hoping that I will get to use this a little more too. So I'm excited. Let's see how this video, audio sounds, and hopefully it's good. It's my fastest 5K record. So happy. I finally hit 9-minute miles, which I think is literally the fastest I have ever run, ever. So let's look up the deets, people. Oh, it's happy Halloween, October 31st. I got a Halloween badge in my running app, so that was pretty cool. I'm gonna be a giraffe in my giraffe onesies because it's the easiest thing on the planet and I don't actually like costumes and we're not even gonna go do anything. So at the very least, I might wear giraffe onesie to a bar or something. We'll see, probably nothing. So my time was 27:49 for my 3.1 miles today. I was planning to do this right out of the gate, right when I woke up, but it was 27 degrees this morning. It is so cold outside. So I had to wait for it to heat up a little bit. So it got a little bit warmer. I still was very comfy with a long sleeve and a hat and my heat shirt underneath, but it's chilly outside. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. It was a good run. I pushed myself pretty far. Like I really wanted to run 9-minute if I could, and I wasn't quite sure I was gonna get there, but I did. And I finally am getting unsore. The other night we went to a soccer game. My husband coaches soccer and it said 37, but it felt like 30 with wind chill. So I sat outside for the 2 hours on metal bleachers, freezing to death, and I like being hunched over, freezing. I like hurt my back. It was really not good. So the past 2 days have been real sore, like really sore because it was bad. But I'm getting better, I'm getting over it, and clearly I'm doing okay because I hit my all-time running record goal. Anyway, distance is my goal right now. Speed is a beautiful bonus, and more than anything, I just want to keep getting better, getting fitter, and just like enjoying this process. I'm having a little bit of burnout because 8 weeks is a long time to be running 5 days a week and doing a workout on top of that. It's just like a lot. So I'm trying not to get burned out. I'm trying to keep focusing on my little victories. Hopefully this is interesting to someone on the planet. Again, the goal kind of for this is not only to help myself stay motivated and like track my progress, but also to help you. If you feel like something is out of your reach, it might be out of your reach today. It's not out of your reach forever. Just that little tiny goals, set yourself up for success and focus on the positives of those little victories that you can do and you can do really, really well. So next week, we'll start with my long run tomorrow, which is 10 miles. Again, here is my weekly training plan. Every day is that, and then it just scales up and down for my 8-week training course. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't gone running yet, go run.